Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really good. It's Tuesday, and I'm here with my beautiful bride, so how could it get any better? I know how it could get better. If my father-in-law was involved, we're going to be chatting with him. Going to be chatting with him in just a bit. We've got Tuesdays with Charlie. That's Heidi's dad, by the way, for those of you who don't quite connect all the dots. I'm sure you can tell by chatting with him each week where she gets her sense of humor. So I've got a quote for today as well. It says, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible." Audrey Hepburn. I love that. Impossible.
I'm sure you do.
Impossible is just the word I'm and then the word possible.
Yes, it is.
I'm possible.
That's nice.
That's pretty cool. And that is today's quote. Thanks for listening on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday, April the 17th. Today is National Bat Appreciation Day. Not sure if this is like the winged creature.
I think it's
bat?
the winged creature.
Not the baseball variety.
Because they would have said baseball bat.
Yeah, probably. National Cheese Ball Day today. You know,
I like cheese balls.
I never had a cheese ball ever until I got married to you. And then we had a party sometime and somebody brought a cheese ball. And I looked at it. I was like, ugh, I don't know about that. And then by the end of the night, I had eaten half of it. So I was like, oh, that was really good. What was that thing anyway? It was a cheese ball. Really? Apparently I like those.
I was thinking of cheese balls like at the bar. Those kind of cheese balls.
That'd probably be good too. I like those.
I wonder which one it means.
Probably both. National Ellis Island Family History Day and National Haiku Poetry Day. So the rest of the program we are going to do in haikus. No, we're not. I don't even know for sure what that is, but we appreciate you listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs, but first, kind of a sad story here. Former Silicon Valley star and comedian TJ Miller was arrested last week for making a bomb threat on an Amtrak train.
I saw that.
Yeah, Heidi read that to me because I actually like the show Silicon Valley, which is kind of different than anything else I like. A friend of mine told me about it. It's kind of naughty. There's a lot of really dumb stuff they do.
I don't really care for that show.
Well, the thing that I like about it is, I work with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, and these guys are kind of entrepreneurs, and some of the things they do, I've seen people make decisions like that, where, it's not really the best decision, but it's the best decision for right now, and there's just some fun humor. He's no longer a part of the show. I actually just scheduled an interview for, I don't know when it's going to be, sometime in May, but with a co-star, a guy that has worked with TJ Miller on Silicon Valley. Going to be visiting with him for Movie Star Mondays here coming up sometime in May. But when he and I were talking about scheduling the interview, I had mentioned that I like Silicon Valley, and he was telling me about this as well. So just said, pray for our buddy TJ. He's in a tough place right now. So sad story. Coming up here in a bit, we do have your brain on drugs. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. 43-year-old Antonio Alvarez of Wisconsin was arrested for his alleged 7th drunk driving offense. Found sleeping in his vehicle with the engine running and the headlights on about 1:30 in the morning. An officer contacted the driver, who displayed signs of impairment by alcohol. He submitted to a field sobriety test and a preliminary breath test, resulting in his arrest. He refused to submit to an evidentiary blood sample, so a search warrant was issued for the sample. Also arrested on 2 warrant charges for purchasing pseudoephedrine and something else to make methamphetamines. So that was back. He had those warrants from November of 2016 and October of 2017.
Why is he not in prison?
I don't know.
7 drunk drivers. I mean, he's going to kill somebody.
I don't understand. It's a bad thing. And people who do this, they need help. They absolutely need help. And what they don't need is a little slap on the wrist and say, okay, we're going to let you go free. Because it's going to be their life someday. And it's going to be the life of other innocent people. My beautiful bride over here lost her cousins to a drunk driver. So if you ever hear me railing on drunk drivers, that's one of the reasons. It really matters to us a lot. I'm the designated driver all the time. I'll gladly not drink. To go and be the designated driver. It's the right thing to do. So make sure that's what you do. And this is just such a terrible idea. But that's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The Prince Harry, Meghan Markle wedding
Yes.
is going to come to a little screen now. Lifetime TV. They're trying to make a television movie out of it.
A movie?
Yeah, they're developing.
Hasn't even happened
I know,
yet.
but they're working on the movie Harry and Meghan, the royal love story.
I saw a thing that her dress is going to be $500,000.
You're kidding me. Why?
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah. It's called Harry and Meghan, the royal love story, a film that chronicles the pair's relationship. The TV movie will follow their love story from a blind date where they first met, which is how it really happened, to the intense global media attention surrounding their courtship and their eventual engagement. So I don't know if this is already done or if this is in the works. I don't know. Either way.
I won't be watching it.
And on the big screen, The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, showed that once again he is capable of bringing the people to the theater. Rampage squeaked by A Quiet Place in its opening weekend to win the box office with $34.5 million. Quiet Place continued to bring in plenty of horror fans as it took in $32.6 million in ticket sales over the weekend. So they did okay on the big screen from the sounds of it. When I say okay, they did really well. A couple of
I do want to see A Quiet Place.
I don't even know what that is. I'll have to watch a preview or something. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
John and Heidi.
Now, your scoop of the day for a Tuesday, courtesy of 49bydesign.com. The newest study shows that the currents of the Atlantic Ocean are weaker than they have been. This is the slowest they've been in 1,000 years. So, sad news for anybody trying to send a message in a bottle. Because,
It's going to take a while.
yeah. So the currents of the ocean are slowing down. I wonder what causes something like that.
I don't know.
If you're trying to lose weight, don't go out to eat, according to a new study from Georgia State University.
I would agree with that completely.
You guys had to do a study for this? Okay, according to a Georgia State University study, they say people with when they're dining with other people, they consume 44% more food than when they eat alone, mainly because they spend more time at the table having conversation. A related study published in the journal Appetite revealed that women tend to mirror the eating patterns of their same-sex dining friends. So if there's another woman at the table that orders a salad, you're more likely to order a salad. But if there's a woman at the table that orders, something with some food on the plate, you're going to say, well, I'm doing that too. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Mm-hmm. I hate it when I'm the first one. Like if there's a group of people and they start with me, what do I usually do? I yield the floor to who? I say, well, let my beautiful bride go first. Look, I haven't even looked at the menu. I've been busy talking this whole time. You know that time you gave us to look at the menu? I didn't look at the menu. But the other reason is I kind of want everyone else to set the standard first because I don't want to order. I'll take this giant breakfast for lumberjacks, and everybody else is like, I'll just have
a piece of toast.
Let's have a
and
coffee.
a cup of coffee, please.
Let's have a piece of. Yeah. You got one slender piece of bacon, one with no fat on it or something. So anyway, that's a University of Georgia study. They say if you're eating with other people, you tend to eat more because of the other people. I think it just sounds like one more way to blame our overweightness on other people. Pretty sure.
Just order what you want and take care of your own self.
Yeah, it's like I'd like to order a jelly-filled donut. Can you suck the jelly out? Can you cram in some peanut butter? Maybe a little bit of jelly? I don't know. A thief broke into a car in Ireland and made off with, this is bizarre, with a protein shake drink shaker.
Okay.
You know those little shakers?
Yeah.
A shaker cup. And a bag with an apple and an orange, and that's it. So
maybe it was
a healthy person's car was broken into in Ireland. We'll just say that. That's all they took. They didn't take anything else.
Maybe there wasn't anything else in the car.
Oh, that could be. It's just a bizarre thing. Wouldn't you, if you broke into a car and that's all that was in there, wouldn't you say, on to the next car? Why would you take that stuff? You're like, wow, this health freak they're gonna be sad they let me break into their car.
I don't know if that's all that was in there. I guess you grab it and run. I don't know.
I'm gonna.
I don't break into cars, so I can't answer the psychology behind that.
I'm gonna call that a crime of opportunity. Pretty sure it wasn't premeditated. Somebody following that guy from the gym.
Wait until he gets out.
Wait to get that apple and orange. Just leave your car unlocked. I double dare you. A Florida man asked the clerk at a store, what would happen if I stole some beer? And then he found out. It says here, 33-year-old Maxwell, what is it, guys? Christopher Maxwell entered a convenience store at 2:30 in the morning, Friday, and he was told you're not able to buy alcohol because between 1 and 7 a.m., we can't sell you alcohol. So then he said, well, what if I just steal it? In response to the question, the clerk replied, well, I'll call 911. So he grabbed 2 18-packs of Bud and walked out the front door, and the clerk did dial 911.
Well, of course.
Police found him nearby with an 18-pack in each hand. Officers said he struggled when they tried to arrest him. He remained in jail on Sunday of charges of petty theft and battery on a police officer. Does not show whether he has an attorney to represent him or not, but he just wanted some beer, and he said, if you won't sell it to me, I guess I'm just taking it. That's a bad plan. It's a really bad plan. You know, this could have been my brain on drugs story. You know why it was not?
Why?
Because I have 7 pages of those stories, and I need to start sprinkling them elsewhere in the show.
It's kind of funny how they start to stack up.
It's not funny. It's really sad. I mean, it's just very sad. This has been your Scoop of the Day, courtesy of 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little show we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right. So where you live, you guys have had some snow in the spring. That's not fun, is it?
No, because golf starts in 2 weeks.
You just got to use a colorful ball, that's all. And then you'll be able to keep golfing.
I'm going south, and you may never hear.
Hey, we'll track your number down wherever you go. What kind of cool stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
Hey, you ever watch that Terminator show movie?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, Terminator 2.
I remember that one.
Okay, for each word he said in Terminator 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger was paid $21,429.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
So he got paid well for every single word. That's how much it was. Somebody broke that down.
That's kind of what it's like working in radio.
Yeah, almost. I can calculate really quickly how much Charlie gets per word, too.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Trying to add it up.
Whatever it is, however many words times 0 is, it's still 0. But Charlie, you're worth far more than what we pay you.
I'm in it for the fame, not the money.
There. Well, and you get the love and adoration of many.
Hey, you know why the Simpsons are yellow?
Why?
No, why? Maybe jaundice or no? I'm just kidding. I have no idea why.
Because whoever created it was Matt Groening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it was a good way to catch channel surfers' attention when they saw a flash of yellow.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
probably.
I suppose.
It's worked. They've been on forever. 30 years now.
I used to watch that show, but it's stupid, so I don't do it anymore.
Yeah,
You know, I
I
used to
agree.
watch it
It
too.
used to be good.
And I honestly haven't given it a chance lately, so I don't know. Maybe it's still good. I just haven't watched it lately.
Hey, here's a woman from Michigan named Barbara Soper.
Yeah?
Birth on 10/10/10, 999, and 888.
You got to be kidding
Really?
me. Was
She
that-
had to have been induced.
Was she
There's no
planning
way
that, or
was...
that just happened?
Yes, the odds are 50 million to 1.
No kidding.
Wow.
No kids on 11/11/11, I see.
Wow.
Then, did you know that a surprise inspection of a men's prison in Acapulco
Acapulco, yeah?
unearthed 100 plasma TVs,
Whoa.
2 sacks of marijuana, 2 peacocks, and 25 women?
Whoa. They found all of this in a prison?
Yep.
A surprise inspection at the prison found all of that stuff? What are they?
There's relax in that prison.
I'm not sure how you smuggle in peacocks and women and TVs, but that's crazy.
Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what's that?
Jerry Seinfeld is.
Yeah, Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld, yeah.
Did you know he turned down $5 million per episode for 22 episodes to continue the Seinfeld show for a 10th season?
I know that. He wanted to get out while the show was still good. And you know what? There's a part of me that says that's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I've had shows that I like. We mentioned one earlier in this program, The Simpsons. You know, I loved that for years, and then I don't watch it. Again, if you're a big Simpsons fan, it's not that I don't like it now. I haven't even given it a
It's just
chance
drug
for
on
years.
for too long. And
For years, I haven't seen it because the last couple times I did see it, I was like, well, this isn't as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe they should have said, hey, let's get out while this is still the best.
at this point, I think there's going for like a world record or something.
Oh, they've already got it. It's the
Yeah,
longest
so-
running cartoon in the history of the world.
Huh.
Something like that. I don't know exactly
They're
what that
yellow.
record is. And they're yellow, yes.
And they're yellow.
Well, Charlie, are you ready for a question?
I can probably answer it.
All right.
I don't know if it'll be right, but I can probably answer it.
You might get this one right, just because I think maybe we've talked about this on the program before. How long was the longest bout of hiccups ever? The longest bout of hiccups. How many years? How many years did that longest bout of hiccups last?
3 years, 6 months.
Oh, no. It was more than that. 69 years.
No way.
Yeah. The longest bout of hiccups lasted 69 years.
That person was a big faker. There's no way.
Just want his name in the book.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. No, that's not it. Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure to chat. Thank you for chatting with us again.
We'll do her next week.
That sounds great.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Babies are born without kneecaps. They appear between the ages of 2 and 6. Up until that point, you don't have kneecaps.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Couple of fun facts right there. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Men can read smaller print than women, but women can hear better than men. That's kind of crazy. So
I can't get over the kneecaps thing. That's not even possible because babies are crawling. You would need knees to crawl.
Well, apparently you don't. It says between the ages of 2 and
2
6.
and 6?
I wonder if it's ages of 2 and 6 months.
I was going to say, I don't think 2 and 6. You don't get your kneecaps till you're 6 years old? I don't think so.
What'd you get for graduation? I got my kneecaps. I'm a
That's
late
got to be
developer.
wrong. We need to look that one
I'm
up.
not looking nothing up. One last fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Wearing headphones for just 1 hour will increase your bacteria in your ears by 700 times. I'm going to do the rest of the show with no headphones. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day, and today's is valetudinarian. 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 I don't think I said it right the first time. I don't know that it would have mattered because that's a tough word. Do you think you know what that means?
I honestly couldn't even tell you.
It's a person who is unduly anxious about their health, a person suffering from poor health, and a person, also an adjective, showing undue concern about one's health. So,
okay,
if you're anxious about your health or if you just don't care, showing undue concern. Okay, undue concern would be I'm more concerned about it than I need to be. Is that what it would be?
I don't know.
So this kind of be like a hypochondriac?
Yeah, I've got some relatives.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got one for sure. She has a tackle box full of medication. I'm pretty sure she pulled out this giant thing. I was like, so is that for a month? She goes, no, these are what I need right now. I'm like, what? All of that in one sitting? It's not going to be room for Thanksgiving dinner. So valetudinarian is our grandiloquent word for today. Easy for me to say.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now some weird news for a Tuesday. Houston police are on the hunt for a gold-toothed, not-so-nice dude. Snapchat video shows a guy shooting a gun out of a moving car. Not a good idea.
Ooh.
The Snapchat video shows an unidentified man who flashes his gold chompers, first of all, and smokes a cigarette as he pops off 9 rounds out the rear window.
Oh, my God.
Footage was captioned, gang, who want smoke? ? Police say nobody was believed to have been struck by any of these bullets. Cops think the disturbing video was filmed in northwest Houston. Couldn't they just check and see where the Snapchat account came from? I'm not sure how that works.
I'm sure there's a way. I'm
not on Snapchat.
They'll find him.
And I refuse to get on one more social media because we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. We're on Tumblr. I don't even know what that was, but I found out we're on that. I've also found out we're on Blogspot. We've been on there since 2011 and didn't even know it.
I don't know what
Haven't
that is.
really updated anything until about last week. That's where we're currently putting our show notes. I've got a gentleman that's helping me set up a better blog, but for now, we're putting our show notes here. We're posting stuff on Facebook, and then Facebook kept like flagging our posts because we're putting too many links to, like, I don't know, whatever. So I just said, fine, we'll put it elsewhere. So nowadays, if there's something you hear that you really like and think, hey, I'd like to know more about that, we've got a link to our makeshift blog. It's going to be a whole lot better here soon at johnandheidishow.com. So we're going to quit sending it to that other page that we've been telling you about for years because they're making it more difficult. I don't understand that. We've been giving them...
I would have closed my Facebook account down a long time ago if it weren't for my Candy Crush game.
Hey, everybody's got their thing, man. This has been
if I close it down, I lose all my levels.
2,300 levels. This has been your weird news on a Tuesday. Now, your moment of duh, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com. Burlington, Massachusetts police are looking to the public for a little bit of help to identify a man who's definitely got some major issues. He put urine in a bathroom soap dispenser last month. That's a terrible, terrible thing to do. Did that at the town library. Witnesses reported the restroom had a noticeable odor.
A library visitor had told the staff the day before that there was a cup of urine in it on a shelf in the men's room.
Oh, gross.
They waited, I'm not sure why, but they waited the next day to notify the police. Library staff discovered the urine had been mixed with the soap. Police are investigating and reviewing surveillance footage of the suspect, who was described as a Middle Eastern or Indian descent gentleman. And he was going in and out of the restroom quite a bit, and they believe he was the one who was doing this. So they're looking for some help in Burlington, Massachusetts. That's a terrible thing to do. That is, I'm all for pulling pranks that are funny. That one's not funny, and that's not a prank. That's just awful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, nobody wants that. That's today's moment of duh.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough, available now on Amazon, or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
John and Heidi.
Time now for Fake News or Florida. Heidi hates it because I say it that way. You don't like that, do you?
It's just, it's fine.
You give me a funny look every time. Fake News or Florida. Okay, these are either fake news or something that really happened in Florida. And I was gonna block this because I'm skeptical that you're just this good. Seems like I'm gonna read them out of order too, just in case you read this and you memorize stuff. Okay. A mom was busted for drunk driving a riding mower through a Walmart with her kids on the back of it. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
That is fake news. But sounds like fun. I'll have to come back to that one here in a minute. And we're only going to do two today. Fake news or Florida? A cop was arrested in an undercover prostitution sting in his county. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Correct. That was Florida. Did you just memorize these, or you know this stuff? You're good, Heidi. You're good.
I have a fairly decent BS detector.
She does. She's really good at. Yeah, I can't pull any wool over her eyes at all. I mean, it doesn't work. This mom busted for driving a riding lawnmower. That was fake news. But last week I had hurt my foot, and I had to ride the scooter in a Walmart.
Yeah, you did.
And I got some pretty judgmental stares.
You did.
Yeah, I had people like they looked downright angry.
They thought you were just screwing around.
They're like, what is this guy doing? He doesn't need a rascal scooter. So I'm telling you now, I'm going to quit giving people judgmental stares. If I've ever done that in the past, I hope I didn't. But if I did, I apologize.
It probably was just because I was following you around laughing so hard. Everybody assumed that we were just screwing around. To me, it was just funny to see you on the scooter. So
it was quite the day. Well, this has been a whole lot of fun. We're going to wrap things up here in a bit with some good news. That's on the way.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I've got some good news for you, courtesy of ofduh, the monthly subscription service specifically for ladies. All the details at radiosavings.com. Here's our good news. I believe Heidi sent this to me. 9-year-old battling brain cancer gets to be an FBI agent for a day.
Oh, yeah, I did send this to you quite a while ago. This is a neat one.
I'm trying to get through all of this stuff here. So a 9-year-old girl has brain cancer. She was her name is Olivia Hall from Cleveland, Ohio, in her third round of treatment for an aggressive form of brain cancer. And it's got the name of it here, but I'm not even going to try to say it because there's no way I'm going to get it right. She's already had 2 brain surgeries being treated at the Cleveland Clinic. Special Wish Foundation of Cleveland arranged for her to try out as a FBI agent for the day, with the youngster being tasked with solving the crime of a guitar stolen from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there's a video on here where you get to see all the details on how this all worked out. I think that is absolutely wonderful.
It's adorable. And the video is so cute.
And the thing that's really neat is this is something that she really is interested in. She wants to do this.
Right.
And she would be good at it too. I think she would be really good at that because she solved the crime, or she's
it's just adorable. You really should watch the video because it's just the neatest story. The poor thing. I mean, I can't even imagine having to go through. I haven't been through that much in my entire life that this little 9-year-old girl has already been through.
And again, I think it's wonderful the organizations that do this kind of thing. That this is the group that's doing this one is called the Special Wish Foundation Cleveland. But there's others out there that do things like this too, where they'll grant wishes for people and help these youngsters out. I think that's awesome. It's really, really cool. We've had the fortune of being able to help raise funds to do things like that for people, and it always just means so much because it's such a great opportunity for a kid that's in a really tough spot. Like this little girl that's suffering from a brain cancer issue. When you're 9, you shouldn't have to think about that stuff.
Right.
But it's really cool that she got to do something fun. Just got to kind of quit thinking about everything else for a little while and go and have some fun. So I do have a link to the story on our Facebook page and on our blog from our show notes. I'm going to probably keep saying that other page for a long time, but we've got our show notes for a bunch of stuff we talked about. On our blog, it says show notes right at the top of the page at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Time now for a bonus break on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. April is Parkinson's Disease Awareness Month, and this is something that if you know somebody that's impacted by this, it's just not a fun thing. It's a terrible condition to have, but there are things you can do to make it a little better, and we've got DrJerryVitek, and he is a professor and a chair, Department of Neurology, University of Minnesota Medical School, on the line with us. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you, John.
Thank you for taking the time to visit with us. And now for April being Parkinson's Disease Awareness Month, are there things that people maybe have misconceptions about Parkinson's disease that maybe we could help them get a better idea of what it is?
Well, I think that's probably true. Yeah, there are some misconceptions. I think that this, it's a progressive disease, but we can really do a lot of good things in terms of taking care of the symptoms of Parkinson's with medical therapy, first of all, and then moving on to this thing called deep brain stimulation, which has been brought to the light probably about 20 years ago, but new technology has been developed now that makes it even better.
Very nice. And with the new technology and the innovations that we're seeing, people who are suffering from Parkinson's, are they getting to a point where they're not suffering quite as much?
Oh, dramatically. It's like turning back the clock a number of years with the DBS technology. And in fact, there's been something recently brought to the forefront, FDA approved in December, is something called the Vercise DBS system. It's developed by Boston Scientific. And this system has a couple of capabilities that are a little bit unique to the DBS world. One of those is it's based on a cochlear implant technology, a platform.
Yeah.
It's much more precise in terms of how the current is delivered, and it's also very adaptable. So DBS is very important in how you pass the current and where you pass the current, how much current you pass, and the precision that we need to do that work is really highly important. And this device allows us to do that. It also has a smaller battery. And it's rechargeable for up to 15 years. So these are all new innovations that I think are really going to help us with the DBS world and take care of these Parkinson's patients.
And I'm reading here that you were a part of the team to do the very first commercial implant of one of these Vercise DBS systems. That's got to be really cool to be chosen to be one of the people to do that.
Oh, it is. No, it's exciting work. And frankly, there's nothing more rewarding than watching people get better. Putting a lead like this in, you can see it immediately in the operating room when you put the lead in and turn it on. You can watch patients get better right there. And it never gets old, never.
That's really neat. Now, are there things people can do to reduce the risk of getting Parkinson's, or is this something that that you can't really control?
Well, really, there's not a lot that we feel you can control. I mean, the risks are really age. Most people that get Parkinson's are probably around 60 or older, probably less than 4% or less than 50. Males get it probably 1.5 times more likely than females do. If you have somebody in your family that has Parkinson's, your risk goes up, and the more people you have in your family with it, the higher the risk. And sometimes we think environmental toxins like pesticides and herbicides may have something to do with it, but it's not really clear what's causing that. Green tea, for example, caffeine have been thought to be somewhat protective, but that data is still not entirely clear. So I think probably just, I know it sounds a little corny, but living a healthy lifestyle. We do believe exercise can be very helpful. And that's helpful for all of us.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is, if you're doing that, it's not like it's going to hurt in other areas either, is it?
Not a bit. We could all stand to have a little bit more of that.
Well, and this Versailles DBS system, I see that stands for Deep Brain Stimulation. Is this a new system, or has this been around a little while now?
Well, the Versailles system is new. Deep brain stimulation technology has been around probably since in Europe in the 80s, and came to the U.S. more in the 90s, and it was approved in 2002 for Parkinson's disease. So we've had it around, just that the technology has not kept up. And probably in the last year or so, we've had more technology development than we had in the previous 20. And then more recently, this last device that's come out in December offers even more options for us and more advantages. Again, the precision and the adaptability is pretty unique to this system.
Well, Dr. Vitek, thank you for taking some time to visit with us today.
Happy to do it, John.
Again, April is Parkinson's Disease Awareness Month. We're going to throw some links online to get some more information, and if you'd like to find out a little more, we'll have all of that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.